Welcome to historic Nippert Stadium, home of the Cincinnati Bearcats. And they've been playing football here since 1902, and the fans are ready to see their team take the field. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Ducks will kick it away to start us off. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the returner goes down. So Cincinnati's return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. Sometimes you sense that what the kids call swagger is a false bravado. This dude is nothing but real at wide receiver.
He's got that speed, and you see DBs, they're probably watching him come on the field right now, and they understand it's going to be a long game. This guy can go get it, he can run, he can do a little bit of everything at the wide receiver spot.
It's a draw. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for
And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So the Oregon Ducks offense has its first opportunity of the day. And a big key as this game unfolds. How aggressive will he be throwing the football in a lockdown corner like that?
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Big 3rd down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. Harris back to pass. Makes his connection. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
They'll throw it on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Witherspoon. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield. You saw that right there.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back, you got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
He's got his man, makes the grab. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they're able to get him down.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Oregon! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Man, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
On 3rd down, going up top. He's got an open man. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. And the Bearcats are in the hurry-up.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 2nd down coming up. Give to the back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Bearcats line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football and let him get lathered up.
The give to the tailback. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. as they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. 3rd and long. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
One final play before the end of the quarter. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Got his man in the middle. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
Cincinnati, 0.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
They'll give it to the back. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Running to the left. Headed to the end zone. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks!
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Still looking on the move, trying to make magic with his feet. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
The give to the left side. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Now the play fake. Dances away. On a little time, lets it go. That ball was nearly intercepted. They'll live to tell about it. Third down coming up.
Well, they're leading by 2 possessions offensively, and that could have been a game-changing play right there. That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He's very lucky that was not intercepted.
He's got the tight end. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, the field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 30 short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up 1st and goal.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Harris will throw. Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Oregon.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Cincinnati, 0.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And the Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. From midfield, looking for room. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. It's complete to the left. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing.
3rd and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. Touch pass on the run. Corralled and brought down by the defense. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
Cincinnati, 0.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making...
And it's picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Offense getting set for first down. Quarterback will audible. He wants to throw. Going to try to get it himself. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on second and 2. Harris back to pass. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. They'll immediately call timeout.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Looking to buy time. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. This is a 3rd and long. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They want to throw it. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half.
Cincinnati, 0.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oregon. And the pummeling has started. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on 2nd and long from the 6. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. The Bearcats will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Harris will throw. Going for it all. It's complete. Touchdown, Ducks. And the punishment has been extended.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look blood shit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They're going to test the right side with this one. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And it's just so hard. You watch this team on tape week after week after week, and there's just not a lot of space. What great backs, not good backs, and not a lot of offenses having a lot of success. You got to be creative. You got to find ways.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this.
Nowhere to go. Another. And that's going to be a safety. They prevented the touchdown by falling on it, but they'll give up the deuce. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety.
The return is brought down at the 48, and the Oregon offense will take over.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Leaves it with the running back. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
A solid pickup on the scramble and slide, but there's a flag down. Let's see what that's about. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Harris back to pass. Finds his man. Tackled immediately after the catch.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. Good right down the boulevard. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
We'll try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
Right back to the well. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
Complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man on the right. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Bearcats have taken it inside the 20. They're going back to the ground. Nice move to keep running. Defense makes the stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. inside the 10. Touchdown, Oregon. The defense with the scoop and score. The AT unit on the field. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Oklahoma has the lead right now, but they've been in a dogfight all day and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 10 over Virginia Tech. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Got him downfield. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. Try to march their way in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's now second and goal.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On second down, he'll fire. Snags it. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And it's caught! Touchdown, Bearcats!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Going up top on first down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to pass on second down. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Leaves it with the back. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. First down here for the offense. He'll start this drive firing. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Wide open downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Snags it over the middle. Stumbled to the ground.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit.
Number 14 on the field goal.
And it's right down the boulevard. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
He's got his man. They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. It's fourth down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, he's got enough. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Working the middle, it's complete. Tackled, but he has a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
And the Ducks will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Ducks! And the route is on.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas. keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
Going for the big play. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got room on the return. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass.
Hit the afterburners, kid. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with the first down. The Ducks have moved it inside the 20. With jet sweep pass. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! And the stomping has commenced.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
71, Cincinnati, 10.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And it's picked off by the defender, but he's out of bounds. Couldn't get the foot down. It's incomplete.
Number 12.
Bearcats will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got great speed. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation